Uh, uh, it was good work. It was good work, going against somebody different in a different environment. But me, yeah, I ain't like it too. I feel like it was a waste of time personally, but
No, that's kind of why I was getting at.
yeah.
It kind of seemed boring to us, so I didn't know.
Yeah, it was boring for sure.
Hey, B.A., what are your real thoughts on Fred Warner in the locker room? What kind of locker room guy is he? Is he a good guy to be around? Great practice teammate? Speak your truth.
Yeah, Fred, we all know Fred. Great guy. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, everybody know Fred. Fred the same guy he just was up here.
What are your thoughts on Talanoa Hufanga in the locker room?
He trying. He'll get there one day.
How was it going up against Patrick Peterson? He was very complimentary on the play.
Oh, yeah. Just, when you go up against guys like Pat Pete, they're always in the right spot. They kind of get a cue on what the route's going to be based off alignment, route stem, where it lined up. So you have to bring your A game. You got to kind of switch stuff up with him. But it was great work going up against him. Talking to him afterwards. Pat Pete, we all know Pat Pete as well.
Do you get most of that? Like, do you relish the one-on-ones, those reps, more than the team, or just because you know the ball's coming in no matter what on the one-on-ones?
Yeah, one-on-one's a little bit different just because, especially going against them, they were playing like 7, 9 yards off coverage one-on-one, so we're not used to that at all. Our guys come up and only press coverage, hands on hard press guys, so it was a little different doing that. But the team stuff, especially, just you can't switch up your route. Quarterback, there's no rush, there's nobody in his face, so you can kind of cheat it a little bit. It favors a receiver, but in team drill, you guys got to be on the same page. It's pretty much 2-on-1, and you guys got to click to complete the pass. So it's a little bit different in team. So we like the team reps a little bit more.
How did Trey do with the offensive team? We said it was boring, but it didn't seem like you guys were going like scheming up or anything. So.
Yeah, it was. I think it was more because it was a little bit of like day one stuff, the basic stuff. Just I know I was getting a little irritated, having only touched the ball like 3 times in the past 2 days, but that's beside the point. Anyways, Kyle he's getting. I think they always got their own agenda on what they're trying to get done and accomplish here. So we just take it to getting better every single rep and then figure that out later on.
How excited are you to get a game plan going? Because it seems pretty basic now. I'm sure that's a good step.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get into game planning and just work on what you're going to work on throughout the whole entire week and then go on to execute on Sunday. So I'm excited to game plan. We're obviously not doing that right now. We're still putting stuff in and just working and getting better, communicating, being on the same page with the quarterback. So we're not game planning right now, but when we do, it'll definitely be exciting.
A couple more.
Yeah.
Fred had mentioned that he comes out every day with 3 things to work on. Is that something that you do? Do you come out with specific things in your head?
I just think through the first couple of seasons here, they've always said just play fast and figure it out later on. So that's kind of been my mantra through this camp is just playing fast and then kind of adjusting. When you play fast, you can figure stuff out as you go. Just kind of adjust because you'll always be able to figure it out when you're playing fast. When you're going slow and things don't go your way, it just looks bad. So just playing fast and good things tend to happen a lot of times when you play fast.
That's what you've been talking to Trey the last couple of days of him being home in Minnesota and all the attention on him and see him with his whole high school football team was here today. Did you get any vibe from him, what it's like being home?
No, I mean, I remember just even in summer he was talking about this one, and our guys talking to him about coming home, the PR guys talking about him and getting all this stuff figured out, tickets and stuff. But he's been, I forgot for a second, he hasn't been any different than he has before, but he does a good job of hiding that stuff. So I don't know, I'm sure he's excited to be here, but you have to ask him.
I'm tired, man. You got 2 minutes. You're the man. Hey, if y'all don't know this guy, Manny, he got a red hat on and walking away right now. And Mike. Mike is a compadre. Okay, yeah.
Well, it seems like, I don't know, you're
more and more involved. You know, maybe more and more of the chemistry being on the field with Trey. Is that fair to say?
It is. And it knew, kind of like the first week, I really wasn't out there that much. So we kind of knew it was going to take time because this summer they was throwing a lot, and I wasn't able to go out there with those guys. But it's just good to see the chemistry building up, and we just getting better as a whole on offense.
Yeah, you guys connect on those two plays yesterday when he kind of rolled right off schedule and he kind of found a little spot. Is that evidence of you guys kind of getting on the same page?
I mean, it was a scramble drill, and once you see Trey moving out of the pocket, you just got to find an open spot, and he seen me, and we just made a play.
How do you think he's been these last 2 days? I mean, he seems really comfortable out there.
I mean, ever since we've been throwing and stuff, you see Trey getting better every day. So we never taken a step backwards. I think he's doing a real good job, and Kyle doing a good job of coaching him up as far as where the ball need to go and just being the quarterback that we need him to be.
Do you like having a quarterback that can move around and get out of the pocket and make some things?
I think that helps a lot for his defense end as well because it's not too many coverages you can play with a mobile quarterback like Trey. So it kind of put a lot of pressure on him. It's kind of different because our corners really press a lot and they don't press a lot here, so it's just kind of different. It's more of us like coming off the ball, running the man down because they don't play a lot of man coverage, so it's just a little different.
He was very complimentary of your play. Was it fun going against him?
Yeah, it was good. It was good to chop it up with him a little bit, just to get to know him a little bit, and it was a good 2 days out here.
I mean, Trey is 22 still. A lot of you, you're fairly young, but you've got grown men with families and everything. How is he assuming kind of a leadership role with this team?
I think he's doing a pretty good job with it. With him being the quarterback, he's the guy that commands the offense. We got a lot of guys that's been around for a while just to help him out a little bit, even when he's struggling. So I feel like Trey's gonna be really good.
What have you seen that's different from him from a year ago?
I mean, last year he was just a learning curve for him with everything in his offense throwing at him. So I feel like his mind was kind of everywhere. I've been there as a rookie. So as you grow in his offense, you get better and better. You get confidence, and he had a good offseason with his quarterback coach and getting his arm and whatever they was working on back ready. So it was pretty good.
How much more chemistry have you guys built over the last couple weeks?
It's just during practice. We go out here and Kyle call the plays, and whatever happens, happens.
When you watch the game, the tape of the Green Bay game, would any young players, new players jump out to you? Were you impressed by anybody?
I wouldn't say impressed because we kind of see it every day. Danny Gray, speedster, he pretty fast. We got Womack, who's a little scrappy guy. I wouldn't say I'm too much impressed because we see it every day what the guys do, and it was just good to see them carry it over to the game and just see they're still the same players at practice.
Womack being a scrappy guy, I mean, do you kind of feel that in practice?
Yeah, I see it every day. One-on-ones, team period. He ain't never back down from competition, and you can just see it.
Nice long day.
Were the Vikings offense not ready for the intensity you guys brought?
Yeah, I told the guys, we had a great day yesterday, but today we had to try to pick up the intensity even another step. I think the guys rose to the challenge, and we were hitting them, we're throwing them to the ground, and so a little bit chippy, but that's just how we play, man. We just gonna be physical, we're gonna be violent, it's just how we play.
All good at the end of the day?
Yeah. No fights, no nothing, so we'll be all right.
You have some younger cornerbacks out there going against very accomplished wide receivers. Did you like how they
absolutely.
sort of responded?
Oh, my God, yeah. I think the way they competed against top-tier receivers, those guys are some of the best in the league right there, and we're down at that position with a couple starters, but the way the guys competed these last 2 days, I love to see it. They're going to get theirs, but we got ours, and I think we got better as a group.
Did you want to see Montrez Knight if he plays?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they asked Q Knight to go back there, play safety, play the nickel position. He had an interception. I think he's continuing to get better. His communication skills are great for a rookie, or for anybody, honestly, for any year. He got great communication skills. He's locked in and eager just to do whatever he can to help the team, so he's been doing really well.
Is he sort of a little bit of a different player than you typically have at that nickel spot? I mean, they always seem to be, 180-pound guys, and he's a little bit thicker.
I'm not sure how much he weighs, but I mean, he's scrappy. He'll get in there. He'll put his helmet on you. I think he has great cover skills. And obviously he has the ability to play multiple positions because of how smart he is. So, yeah, he's just a football guy. I love to see it.
The number one distributor for Samuel, and that is scrappy.
Yeah.
What is it about him that makes him that way?
Man, just the way that he competes, his coverage ability is great. You know, he's continuing to learn the positions, that nickel position, and obviously playing corner too. So we're asking a lot of him, putting a lot on his plate because we know that he can handle a lot. We know that he's going to help us this season, but he's got to continue to just keep building, keep getting better every single day. Most definitely, yeah. You know what? He's a fifth-round draft pick out of Toledo. I'm sure people didn't really know much about him. Everybody knows his name now. You know, continuing to make a name for himself and grow and continue to get better. That's really what you got to do is keep your head down, stay humble. I know he is. He's going to continue to get better.
How much do you, when you're out there, do you notice it, but then later when you watch it on film, just what's going on in front of you, that defensive front, the pressure they get, the holes they flying up, all that?
Yeah, I see it much better after the fact. You know, on the tape when I'm out there, I'm so focused on trying to, read my keys, go get back there and make a play myself. But you go back, you look at that tape, they're insane. You talk from the ones, the twos, the threes, everybody's penetrating, getting off, causing disruption. They do an outstanding job every day.
What tells you that Quantrez Knight is smart? I mean, is it how he plays, how he, is in the meeting room? What's the tip off for you?
When a player goes out there and he's communicating with confidence, with conviction, is a difference between going out there. You might say something, but when you're not sure, you're not going to be as vocal. You're not going to be as loud, or you're not going to say it with conviction. And he's out there, he's saying things, and he's meaning it. I mean, he knows what he's doing, and he knows the defense. And so I know that he's a football guy. He knows what he's doing and retains information really well.
A lot of responsibility now on Huck's shoulders when Jimmy Ward out. How's he handling it?
Handling great, and he doesn't have to do anything different. Just because Jimmy's out doesn't mean he's got to, try to be somebody he's not. He's continuing to be the same person he is every single day, working his technique, being deliberate in everything he does. I love what I'm seeing out of Huff. He's continuing to grow, and he's only going into his second year. It's insane to think about.
What's been your personal focus this training camp?
Just taking it day by day. I'm not sure if there's one specific thing I'm working on. I mean, I always come out here with probably 3 things I want to work on, and they usually have to do with my tracking angles, being violent with my hands and block protection, trying to punch the ball out, my effort, just the little things. And I know I do those little things right every day. Good things usually happen.
You say every day you have 3 different things? Or
I try to come out with something to be intent on that day. You come out here, you just kind of just say, I'm going to try and get through today. You're not really going to get better. I'm constantly thinking of ways to be intent on getting better.
Were those things you listed what it was today?
Maybe. But yeah, usually that's that's usually 3 things that I think I need the most work at. Being a linebacker, you can never be too good at taking a great tracking angle in the open field. You can never be too good at trying to knock the ball out and get a takeaway or block protection. Just the little things.
When you watched the Packers game, rewatched it, did anybody jump out to you? Any younger players impress you in how they went through that game? Or newcomers?
Sure. I think a lot of guys did really well in that game. We've talked about Sammy a lot. I don't know. It's hard for me to just single out one guy. Tons of guys come to mind. Warren coming out from Green Bay, being on our team. He fits right in. Kamoko is exactly who we want in a player on our defensive line or on our defense. A ton of guys made plays in that game. It was good to see.
A couple more.
I think we got a taste of Marcelino's personality the other
Oh,
day.
yeah, there's another guy I forgot to mention.
What's he been like? Is he as exuberant around the clock as he was when he went with us?
I'm not sure how he was with y'all, but no, he's a great personality to have. Part of our group too. He fits right in. The guy has a lot in his body, in terms of potential and power. He just got to continue to process quicker and quicker. And the moment he grasps that and is able to kind of key and really shoot, downhill in the run game and get back in the pass game, as soon as he gets that, he's going to be a really good player for us.
Nick Bosa said,
Ridgeway?
no.
Uh-oh.
Womack.
Oh,
Samuel
Womack.
Womack's on the phone.
On the phone all the time.
He's
Oh, who's that?
Nick was calling.
Oh, look at that, Nick Bosa.
Maybe he's calling Samuel.
I'm so good at rushing. I like sacks. Yeah, no, I think Sammy, he's a little to himself, but nothing wrong with that. A little cell phone.
Last one. Fred, Trey's in an interesting spot just because he's the starting quarterback, so you're a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of by default.
Mm-hmm.
But he's 22, and we're fairly young. You're a grown man with families.
Yeah.
How's he handling that kind of balancing act? And he still hasn't quite arrived yet, in the NFL.
Yeah, no, it's literally just being himself. He doesn't have to try to be anybody different or try to go outside of himself to become like this. I mean, yeah, the quarterback position has to be a leader. Like you're commanding the offense, you're leading the offense. There's going to be tough times in a game where all 10 guys are going to be looking at you like, let's go, we got to go win a 2-minute drive or do something. But it's not him being something that he's not. It's him coming to work every day, being consistent, knowing that he's putting the work in, and being a guy that everybody can rely on. That's leadership.
Did you peek over at their field at all? I know you were
Unfortunately, just the last play. Unfortunately, yeah, but it's all right. I know they probably did. They did their thing.
Trent, Christian Darrisaw was saying yesterday that you guys kind of developed a rapport during the offseason, talking on FaceTime, and you met for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
What's it like developing the rapport with Darrisaw, and what do you think of his potential as a left tackle?
I love CD, man. He's first and foremost, he's a great kid. He's He's open and willing to learn. We know he's physically gifted. I think that's obviously the first round pick. I do see a lot of myself in him. Especially the young Trent. So, that's all our conversations are. Me just kind of helping him, morph into, a more consistent professional. It's his second year. He took a huge leap from year 1 to year 2. And it's just the little things. He's such an athlete that, he overlooks the technical part of the game because he can just wake up and win. And that's how I got through college. That's how I got through my first 3-4 years in the NFL. I still have bad habits of going back to that. So that's all I'm working on him about, is just kind of, letting him know what's to come, what changes to make, and, what can help him in the future. I was irritated? Oh, no, I don't really get too irritated. I'm just having a lot of fun. It's cool going against a different squad. I like the way we did it this time. We didn't really prepare for them. We just showed up, and it was a different look for everybody. Both teams, I think, benefited from this.
How was it going up against Neil Montana?
I hate Daniil. I love him, but I hate him. I mean, we've trained together his entire career. I'm a little older, but we used to get together after workout and just, I would, like I do with Nick a lot, and kind of go through what we think on this side and what he should be thinking, and he gave me those same type of jewels. So, I kind of regret doing that sometimes, but he's a great friend of mine. He's an outstanding player, and he definitely makes us better.
Have you seen instances where something might fall in that you can see?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, this dates back to 5, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, literally, I looked at the schedule before I started helping him out, and I think I looked at the schedule from the year before, and I didn't think we had the Vikings on the schedule, and then, to my surprise, we did, and everything I told him, he used it right then. So, I kind of learned from that. It's cool with Nick. We got the same jersey, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Has there been a type of defensive end that has given you more trouble than others, like, taller, long-armed, sort of a body type?
Nah, I done seen it all in 13 years. I done seen it all. I done seen everybody out there in game-type situations. Practice is a little bit more controlled, so it's not the same as the game. And that's why I say it's a little better work, because you get people that's keying in on you, and it's a difference in just going against your players and they running their system, we running our system. Here, they kind of tune in to what we're doing. you know, every day they learn a little bit more. Every snap they learn a little bit more. So that's why I say I like it. It's great work. You can't premeditate anything. You got to play it honest.
For a guy like Daniil that's going from rushing with his hand in the ground all the time to a little bit more of a stand-up role, how does that change things for offensive tackles when you're preparing for a guy like that?
Damn, is this all Minnesota media?
A lot of it, yeah.
Oh, shit. Like, damn, I feel like I'm on 18 right now. What was the question again?
Daniil going from a 4-3 to a 3-4, how does that change things for you when you're preparing for a guy like that in a stand-up role versus hand?
You know, it changed a little bit. Stand-up guy can see run fits a little more, so it's a little harder to you know, on the edge. They can jump inside. They see it a little more. Having the hand down, to me, you know, it kind of dictates the rush a little bit. It's hard to make a lot of moves when you're in a track stance. So, you know, I think that's the difference. But Daniil is so freakishly athletic and so strong and so fast. Like, he probably can start to play facing the opposite way and still get to the quarterback.
How are both Burford and Banks doing?
I didn't hear you.
How are Burford and Banks doing in practices?
Oh, it's been great work for him. You know, 55 and 99. Daniil and Z moved down on him a lot, and you know, it just to give him a different look, and that's what it's going to be in the regular season. And I'm glad we got to see it here, where the bullet's not live, you know, and we're not learning at the quarterback's expense. But you know, I think they kept improving every day, and that's the thing about having young players is that it's never going to be perfect, and they're on the climb. They're climbing the hill, and as long as they take a step forward each day, that's all we can ask.
Is there anything you do to kind of boost their confidence? You talk them up after the play. Is that going wrong?
No, I let coach them, but you know, anything I see that, you know, it may be a little something that I feel like I can help. Remind you, I play tackle, I don't play guard, so you know, I've never been down in there. So for me to just act like I know everything, I'd be lying. But just the little things that I do know, just from down to hands and feet, you know, just I'll chip in every now and then. But you know, I always like this confidence Spence played with, and that's why I think he's made so many strides in so short a time. And then obviously we see the confidence in Banks from you know, a year before to now.
Since you're graciously fielding Minnesota questions, what's your take on kind of Zadarius Smith going against him in these joint practices, and what you think of his game?
Yeah, I played him a lot over my career, so you know, it's the same. I mean, he's a big, strong guy. You know, that's why he's here. You know, that's why y'all went and got him. So
You got some good battles you'd like to recount with him when he was with Green Bay or either Baltimore?
I know I've seen him in Green Bay, seen him in Baltimore. So yeah, we always have good battles. He's an extremely smart player. I don't think people give him enough credit for, you know, how smart he is and how he can, you know, see what's coming before it comes.
Is your leadership?
I've seen consistent improvement. I've seen him go against different looks from our defense to this defense. You know, I've seen him continually make strides every day, and seen him poised in the pocket, seen him getting through his reads, not getting chatter feet and just looking for somewhere to run. That's all we can ask for. You know, he's going to continue to improve, and we got a ton of confidence in the kid. Yeah, you know, heavy feet, chatter feet, whichever one, you know. It's all good.
With Trent, he's the quarterback, so he's got to be a leader. But he's 22 and he hasn't quite arrived yet. How is he handling that balance of being the quarterback of this team and leading? But, you know, like he's not quite like the guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we got older guys on this offense, and you know, I'm not going to just force him to do anything just because he plays a particular position, and that's what the outside thinks, that this position has to lead the offense. It's not necessarily true. Like you said, he's 22, and he has a natural leader instincts. But when you got myself, Kittle, Deebo, all those guys in the huddle, you know, he's going to let us say whatever we got to say, and then he commands the huddle. He got a great grip on the offense. That's all we can ask from him.
We talked to Colton McKivitz recently, and he said he was surprised when he was cut around this time last year, and you know, was on the practice squad for a while, and then obviously had the big game in Week 18. Did you see progress from him after he got back after he was cut? And
Yeah, I think I was just surprised that he got cut as he was, because he was making strides last year. But Colton is such a confident player. He's such a, he's a mountaineer. He's from the mountains, so it's like he has zero fear, and he just, no matter who's out there, he approaches them like they're just a number, facing a number. And that's what I love about his game. I tell him all the time, I envy that type of confidence because I've been burned so much that it kind of, a little apprehensive about being really confident in certain things. And I think Colton does a great job in that. You see the jump from last year to this year, he's playing incredible. I can't say enough about Colton. I love him to death.
So when you were getting him ready for the Rams, he wasn't intimidated by
No.
Von Miller?
No, nerves of steel. This one dude is even keel as it get. You can't scare him. He's not frightened. Even if he mess up, you can see it in his eyes like that's the last time that'll happen,
When you say there are things you're apprehensive about being confident about, what are some of those things?
I mean, just like aggressively going after a guy, just shooting my hands with reckless regard. Because, when you played as long as I have, you've been beaten in those situations, and it's a risky approach. So when you get burned right there, you kind of start to be like, I don't know if the risk is worth the reward,
I've noticed you're playing tentative a lot.
that's my game. We good? All right.